To Mr. Kush's snare drum video. Here I am. I'm going to be playing up here so you can see the pad more. For this video, I'm not really going to go over a lot of the songs. I'm just going to go over a couple techniques that we're using in class, a couple of practice strategies with that, as well as some left-hand, right-hand independence work that I would like to see. To this point, percussion's been one of the easier instruments. It's been largely just both hands at the same time, right? And it's been just quarter notes and eighth notes, so like 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 2, and 3, 4, and 1. We talked about accents, right? But all of a sudden this week we started getting some harder stuff, like 9-stroke rolls, flam taps. Right, things like that. So with that, we're gonna go one at a time. Let's start with the 9-stroke roll. So I'm only gonna work one hand at a time. A reminder of how I hold the drumstick is very important. I pinch it, not too high up, not too far down. I don't want it down here, and I don't want it up here. I pinch it, and I just wrap my other fingers around. Then I have my wrist up top. And it shoots all the way straight down. We don't want to have any tension in our wrists by having it like that, or even like that where my thumb's facing up. It's going to cause tension down here and up here. We want to be as tensionless as possible. So I have a straight arm with the stick just being an extension of that, pinching here. It's all about taking care of ourselves. So the first thing I'm going to do is just hit 4 quarter notes. I'm going to rest, and then I'm going to do it again. I'm just feeling the bounce, right, of the pad. Just feeling the bounce, the ricochet. Alright, that's all I'm feeling. Now, I'm going to hit it and then leave my stick low. And what's going to happen is my stick's going to bounce and hit the pad a few more times. So I'm loosening up my fingers down here. I'm just letting my stick bounce back and forth. Switch hands and do the same thing. So just a quarter note. Right, and now bounces. Like in writing, you have a dominant hand and a non-dominant hand. Make sure that you practice your non-dominant hand, a hand that's more awkward, more so. Alright, so now that I have my bounce and I feel comfortable on both hands, the second step is just practicing a double click. So 1, 2, and pick. 1, 2, pick. Notice it's the same thing where I'm not hit, it's all under one motion, and then I stop the bounce. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Right? And I'll try and do it faster. And that might take a few days to get used to. So up to this point, we've done singles, buzzes, isolated double, sped them up. Now we put them together. Once you got that, practice the single roll. Once this is nice and even, you could add it together. Now the last step, so once again we got singles and doubles, is making sure you have a 9-stroke roll. The reason why it's called a 9-stroke roll is you hit the drum 9 times and the roll is over. So I have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? And so if I double it, it's right, left, finish. Right, left, finish. Left, right, finish. Left, right, finish. Right. And so that's going to take a ton of time. My left hand right now, I'm very much out of practice, is pretty weak on it. So once again, break it down step by step from singles to a buzz, to a single roll, to a double roll, and then trying to do the 9-stroke. So right, left, right, or left, right, left. And once you have one side done, for me right now I got my right side done, then you would switch to start on the opposite hand, so left, right, for me. Right. And that's how we would practice and develop our 9-stroke roll. The second thing we're going to practice right now is our flams. Our flams is 2 hits and real quick, one right after the other. The second hit is more accented. So in order to achieve this, I set one stick higher than the other. The stick closer to the pad hits first, then the next one. The one that's higher up accents. So just practice with one hand. So how I do this is start high, hit it, and finish low. Then hit it and finish high. High, finish low, low, finish high. High, low, low, high. High, low, low, high. Switch hands. Then do one, then freeze. Then one, then freeze. Notice how my sticks switch back and forth between left, right, left. Hello.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't know you were in here.
It's fine. And so that's the major concept.
Scare you.
It's fine.
Oh, look at all those nice percussion instruments.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
So that's the major concept of flam tapping, is that we go between high low, low high, high low. And like all percussion, it's going to take practice and repetition. Excuse the interruption. A student needed to grab a water bottle. So that's what we have so far. 9-stroke rolls, flam taps, and both of those take a lot of practice and time. The last thing I want to go through, this is for your own time. This is not necessarily something that we're learning in class, but it will accelerate your development on percussion. And that's what's called a paradiddle right now. So it's a pattern, and all it is right, left, right, and then switch. So then it's left, right, left, and do them in consecutive motion of each other. So right, left, right, left, right, left. And then begin to speed it up. Right. And that's going to gain you a lot of coordination and control over both of your hands. So this video, once again, went over the step-by-step for a 9-stroke roll. flams, and then lastly a additional exercise that'll help you with coordination. Percussion is all about repetition and practice. Make sure you do so accurately and step by step. Scaffold yourself. Walk before you try to run. Have a productive break. Thank you.